I've already taken still photos of the exterior. So now what I'm going to do is just going to run a video. We're going to do some paint meter readings. And this paint meter here, it measures the paint to the thousandths of an inch. And so what we're doing here is we're looking for signs of repaint, hidden damage, or respray. And this should point it out here. So let's start off with the hood. Okay, 3 thousandths of an inch. We want to see consistency as well. So that's going to be the telltale sign, 3.5, 3.5. So yes, so we're seeing that so far. Okay. We have a truck pass by right now, so it's going to get a little noisy. 2.5 and a 3 thousandths of an inch. So I wouldn't question this. I don't know if it's going to come out on the video or not, or even in the pictures, but even though the paint looks decent, it's going to probably need a good maybe color sand and buff, because it's got some rock chips here, and maybe when they wax it, it's just embedded in there. So it kind of makes the paint look worse than it probably actually is. Right. Looking at the headlight assembly, I always check for cracks or cloudiness. Just a little bit of cloudiness right there, no big deal. I've seen them a lot worse. Looking at the front grille, I always like to give them a little tap. Make sure nothing's loose or banging around. Chin, it's got some driveway scrapes. Probably typically would see that. Bumper looks pretty good. Don't see any signs of impact. Nice size scratch right here. I've already felt it with my fingernail. So something like that would have to be repainted if you want to get that to go away. It's just too deep. And again, I think it's just more buildup of wax around here. Okay, and then lens is in good shape. Okay. Moving on. The left fender extension trim, I think just little scrapes right there. Nice and intact. Got the windshield, didn't see any obvious cracks or chips. And here's the VIN number. And we got the one remote. Seller says it comes with 2. Okay, now that I'm here, just a quick view of the roof. And let's take a look at the left front tire. We're looking at a 205 45 17. It's Advan Sport. And I like to look at the DOT numbers. This one looks like it's manufactured in 2015. Didn't see any sidewall damage. Rims look decent. Just maybe a little bit of curb rash there. And then I'll take pictures of the treads as well. I always like to get a shot of the brakes if I can. See if that comes out. And quick view of the wheel well. I try to capture as many different angles as possible. I'll be going underneath taking a look, but sometimes I can see something just by doing this video, in addition to doing the while I'm underneath. Also, while I'm down here, I like to take a look at the side panels. So what I like looking for is any waviness in the body. Dings or dents can usually be picked up if work the angles just right. And then here on the outside mirror, just a little scrape mark. Okay, glass looks like it's in good shape. Didn't see any scratches or scrapes. Let's get some door readings. I'll take it. Let's see if I get this little section here. 2, 2.5, 3, 2.5, 4.5. You know, it's jumping a little bit now. 4, 5. Okay, so we might have some signs of respray here because we went from thin to a little thicker. Okay, and then there's swirl marks right there as well. Okay, and some light scratches. Again, I think just having a detailed or professional grade detail will take out a lot of these blemishes, but I can absolutely guarantee that. Looking at another view of the roof line from this angle here, and then looking at the side panels once again from this angle. All right, left rear wheel. See a little, not a chunk, but let's call it curb rash for now. A little bit on the rim. DOT 2015. And let's get a shot of the wheel well area. Okay. Also looking at this angle here. There's this little ding right there. Taking a view at the back of rear bumper, I didn't see any obvious signs of impact damage. Let's get the rear taillight lenses, look pretty good. Get some more readings, 5.5, 5, 6.5. Definitely there's some paint work down here. And I saw a little bit of prep work. It's really hard to see. Try to get a still photo, but you can see just some slight prep work issues. But again, you really have to look carefully. Rear bumper cover, sometimes you see some scratches here, which we're seeing just some light ones. Rear window, defroster lines look like they're all intact. Another view from the roof. Here on the antenna, it's got a little chewed up here. Get a better view. I got a still photo of that as well. Okay, let's get another side view here. All right, in doing so, now you can see a ding right here. Some of these dings, I'm thinking, can be removed via paintless dent removal. 3, 2.5. Okay, so now the readings are coming back down again. All right, and then 5.5, 5. Okay, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3, 2.5, 2.5. Right rear tire. Okay, DOT 2015. Just a little curb rash right there and there. Let's get a shot of that brake pad. The right angle here. Maybe not. Okay, right there. All right. And then let's get that roof line reading on this left side. I don't remember taking it. 6, 6, and 5.5. All right. Moving on, one final view. I've had the engine running for a couple of minutes now. One of the first things I like to check while it's at idle is taking a look at the exhaust. What I don't want to see is any type of smoke, whether it be blue, black, white, right? Because that all means something. Condensation is okay, but as of right now, I don't see anything. I see moisture, so we're gonna chalk that up as just condensation. I always like to take a look at the instrument cluster and make sure all the warning lights are out. Out mileage is 42224. Okay. And let's go to the engine bay here. So one of the first things I like to look at is I take nice pictures of the hinges. Right here I'm looking for any break in the paint because that would be an indication that the hood has been worked or adjusted for a number of reasons. I've got the VIN number, chassis number here. Engine, I pulled the oil dipstick. It is slightly overfilled. You'll see that on the still photo. I didn't see any cross-contamination in the coolant when I pulled that open, and it should still be cool enough for me to check. What we don't want to see is bubbling either. That'd be an indication of internal engine problems. So looks good. Nice blue-green color. Again, I don't see any signs of cross-contamination. I noticed on the wire loom cover, there's some fraying here, and the reason I picked up on that is because I like to check the whole engine compartment, and what I'm looking for are any signs of anything, right? But specifically rodent damage, because they like to nest in these engine bays and chew at the wiring, which can get expensive. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a clear shot of the engine belt, so I can't comment on its condition. I'll take a look from underneath. If there's no covers, I should be able to get a peek of that. What else? Don't hear any abnormal noises coming from the lower part of the engine or the top side. I can hear the injectors, and on the video, the engine noise is going to come out a little more amplified, or sound louder than it actually is. I've been road testing the car for about 2 miles now. I've already gone through all the gears, but I'm going to stay quiet here for a second while I accelerate so you can hear. So great acceleration, lots of get up and go. I already did the manual shifting as well. Went from low to the high gears and then ultimately into drive. I also verified that the operation of the cruise control worked. And when I released the steering wheel, though, the vehicle does veer to the left, as you can see right now. Again, I don't want to crash into that car. Let's see here. Let's try that again while there's not so much crowning. And so driving straight. and it just starts to veer to the left a little bit. When I apply the brakes, kind of abruptly, it stops dead on straight, so that's good. I don't feel any steering wheel shimmy or any pulsation coming from the brakes when I do apply them. AC is blowing cold. Heater heater, I verified that's blowing hot. That works great. The heated seats, fantastic. Horn blows, windshield wipers work. The jets are set pretty nice, so good coverage there, and the wipers are cleaning nice as well. What else? Radio, verified that. No navigation. Let me turn that off. Oh man, what do we got going on here? Come on, this is embarrassing. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Let's see here. I forgot what I was talking about. But at any rate, operationally, I didn't hear any noises, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down.